Well, folks, if you watched Orange Grandpa's cabinet meeting yesterday, then I hope you get some help, because clearly you've developed some self-harming habits. Yeah. It was 104 minutes of cray-cray, and frankly, it needs to be said, WTF are we doing here? The man is a freaking moron. He's a snotty, snarly, colossally stupid jerk, and every single sycophantic parasite who sat at that table lapping up his lunacy ought to be laughed out of any and every serious conversation for the rest of their shit-stained lives. God, what a cabal of nasties. Shame on us, America. I can't believe we're still doing this. We're all holding the fat-fingered baby man's hand while he sprays his diarrhea across the nation, and all his faithful fawns cry, "Good job, Mr. President! Look at how well you soil us all!" Well, you know the drill. Grandpa sundowned his way from this irrelevant topic to the next. He whined about CNN's coverage of his strikes on Iran. He groused about Jerome Powell. He seemed to have an epiphany about what the entire world has known forever, that Putin is a meanie-pants after all. We're still not sure if Donnie realizes Vlad's not going to take him to the prom. A reporter asked him who stopped the weapons to Ukraine, and Grandpa said, "I don't know, why don't you tell me?" Which seemed about as close as a president has ever come to admitting that any other human on earth is a better expert on the president's actions than the actual president. He got pissy when Pam Blondie was asked about Epstein, as though he was shocked that putting his fingers in his ears and singing la 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 hadn't worked to drown out the nation's interest in his chummy, child-loving BFF and the mountain of evidence connecting Grandpa to behavior that would normally land a scumbag in prison, instead of causing all the Christians to lean in harder for their perverted savior. Pam Blondie and Kristi Noem came prepared as usual and did their doe-eyed duty, handily doing the job of pumping him up until he was satisfied and no longer needed their services. By the time Grandpa started talking about the decor, it was clear the White House pharmacists handed out the wrong Ziploc baggies of party favors. Everyone looked like they could have used another bump in order to project the necessary enthusiasm over the drapes. Grandpa spent 20 minutes talking about the silverware, the fabulous frames for the paintings, the grandfather clock, the top-line molding. He even took an impromptu poll. All those in favor of gold leaf, raise your hand. It was spectacular. Well, Orange Grandpa and company, have the day you deserve. Yeah.